Hi everyone, Pat here. Welcome to this week's Tuesday market review. Tuesday's a pretty good day for me to do these market reviews since we get Monday out the way, we get any weekend gaps backfilled since the price traded on the weekend. I think overall Tuesday's a good day to set out a plan for the rest of the week. Monday can tend to be quite choppy, a little bit of undirectional flow, especially if we've had some weekend movement, which has been the case the past few weekends in a row now. But we're looking at keeping it quite short today. I want to keep it quite short. I want to quickly scan over my thoughts here and keep it relatively basic. These market reviews are more of an intra-week to maybe month outlook for price, mostly commenting on the intraday and intra-week outlook. So I'm talking from today through till about Sunday. I think that's the length of time I'm talking here. I am going to be doing a higher time frame write-up on Thursday, so you can check that out on my blog. I think I'm going to post it on my blog. If not, you can join the Discord as I post all my higher time frame thoughts, all my market trades, streams, other bonus content in there. You can join the Discord by checking out the link in the description. So starting off with BTC, if you follow me on Twitter or in the Discord, wherever, you would have noticed that this 2025 Q1 value arrow high and the 2024 Q4 value arrow high has been a significant place for me. The 2024 Q4 value arrow high comes from that Q4 last year, where BTC broke from that Q4 value arrow high and continued to hold above there. From a trend standpoint, that was a really nice place. As we moved into 2025, we can see how we rejected, failed to deviate, and since then we basically sold back off towards that. Almost back towards the 2024 Q4 val. So now we are trading back above here, so from a trend point of view, it's a very important place to hold for BTC. I think if we are going to see some higher time frame continuation into summer, it's likely going to be from here. I think the people looking for a really deep pullback into the 90s, into the 92, well, no, low 90s, I should say, they're probably not going to get it as of right now. And I'll go on to talk about that briefly in a second. We've also got the 2025 Q1 value arrow high. So our value arrow high from Q1 of this year, again, sort of that's at that 101, 100 area, and the 2024 Q4 value arrow high is sitting just underneath 100k. So overall, very nice place to hold from BTC. I think from a continuation standpoint, and if we are going to truly break out going into end of May into June, I think we need to hold around here. We also have the developing yearly value arrow high, which we haven't exactly retested just yet. It is possible that we don't retest it and that it gets completely front run, which is completely fine. Something I want to mention is the deviation back inside the developing monthly value arrow high, and then also back inside the prior weekly value arrow high. So basically right now, what we're looking at is a very nice place to see some continuation from BTC. Along with that, I have an EMA buy signal, which I want to discuss briefly now. You can check out part 1 and part 2 of the EMA buy signal strategy on my YouTube, and that's a few videos ago. That covers how to use the EMA buy signals. They should not be used blindly. You should not buy and sell just because of the buy signal, but they should be implemented with other things like market structure, reclaims, etc. So the way I like to use these buy signals is that they lead to what should be a momentum and continuation move. A lot of the time when we get an EMA buy signal, and for example right now, with a decent reclaim here back above this 103k region, as I said, on the higher time frame, value wise we've reclaimed the prior weekly value arrow high, and we deviated the developing monthly value arrow high. Now we have the EMA buy signal. From a trend point of view, realistically we should see continuation from here. With these buy signals, what we want to see that within, because this is a lower time frame and 30 buy signal, we should see continuation within 1-2 days of this buy signal. If we roll over, if price action starts stalling from BTC, there's a good chance that one, this buy signal is invalidated, right? The second thing would likely mean that either we chop for the rest of the week, or we even roll over again as momentum has not sustained from this buy signal. So basically this can work on all altcoins, BTC, majors, everything. But they are a great buy signal, but we want to see this kick into gear pretty fast. For example, since we've formed this buy signal, we have seen quite a nice reaction from BTC. But more so, what we want to see is an actual breakout, probably towards 105 to 106 within the next day or so. From there, maybe we can look at continuing into end of May. If we do not see some continuation within the next maybe 1 or 2 days, I will likely be looking at exiting my spot positions that I bought at the lows and rebuying when I think the time is right again. Ideally back towards maybe 100 to 99, or once we form some more consolidation, if I start to see some good signs of absorption again, potential signs of a bottom from BTC, then I'll look to buy into my spot buys. Again, I will post everything I do in the Discord. Also, we'll post everything, any ideas I have on Twitter, give or take. A few things. I don't post everything on Twitter, but the Discord will get everything I'm looking at. So currently in PEPE, which is moving nice. This gave me an EMA buy signal. Again, similar idea. A lot of these buy signals right now should lead to continuation. If this fizzles out, right, there's a good chance the PEPE probably just chops, maybe even sells off under these lows for the rest of the week. So we're at a crucial point right now in terms of a continuation in the market. I think the window now for a breakout before summer is getting a lot smaller. I think in terms of whether we can break range high and all-time high, I think it's very possible, but I think it needs to happen pretty soon. The more we stall, the closer we get to summer, the closer we get to summer seasonality, and I'm still not set on the idea that we can trend well in summer. Historically, unless, historically summer seasonality has been a big effect for the price on BTC. If we go back and take a look at the past few months or the past few years, in May, June, we broke up and topped for summer, and then again, and that was in 2024, and then again in 2023, May, June, topped, broke up, topped, chopped for summer, sold off, right? So the window now for a breakout pre-summer is getting very small. I think BTC needs to flip sort of like 104, and we can probably look at breaking out towards new all-time highs, in my opinion, pre-summer and into the end of May. Now, quickly commenting on the dollar. I've been vocal on the dollar for a while now, and it could be a great sign for us to see some heavily risk-on conditions into summer. Maybe not through summer, but into summer. The dollar, been showing some strength lately, which is completely reasonable since it had quite a harsh drop. Something I want to talk about, and I've mentioned quite a lot, is the idea of a potential bearish retest here on the dollar. The dollar potentially breaking down from a 2-year range that was formed back in January, and we can see how important this level is. It goes all the way back to 2015. If the dollar does lock in a sort of bearish retest here and continues to roll over, we could see a 2020 to 2021 like move, and even a 2017 to 2018 like move on BTC. I think that would push us out towards the 160k region, which would be fantastic, and we really form like this bullish parabolic, like this last parabolic impulse that Bitcoin tends to do in its market cycles. The stars would need to align a bit, but overall, if we do deviate and we sort of fall back below this $100 region on the DXY, this could really lock in some positive and bullish conditions for risk assets. So something worth keeping an eye on. Depends how we react around this range low, but yeah, keep a close eye on the dollar. It's a good index to keep an eye on when you're looking at risking on into the market and potentially risking off as well. I'm cautiously bullish here. I'm considering definitely taking my profits on spot bags. I bought all the lows, all my meme coins I bought, PEPE, Bonk, Popcat, Bitcoin, Sol, Hype, everything was posted on Twitter. Sold my Griffin spot today as it hit my target. I'm happy with the gains made on that. Overall, yeah, the window's small now. We want to see some continuation off this buy signal. We want to see a break up within the next day or so, and that can be very positive for the market, and we can likely continue to trade higher over the next week or so. If we don't, like I said, we go back to chopping, maybe even get one more sweep into 99, and this is when I'll reconsider spot buys right down here. But for now, cautiously bullish, in some longs here. Bought some IP spot today, which I like a lot. IP on the daily looks pretty good. 4 hour has a nice structure, and the daily put in a nice reclaim. I think maybe IP can trade to $7. Follow the likes of Initia, a similar reclaim like Initia done back in start of May. I think IP has potential to do a similar move. That is it for this week's market review. Like I said, was focusing on keeping it short really, and just discussing the plan for the week. Gonna be posting some higher time frame thoughts towards the end of the week in the Discord, and likely on my blog as well. Check out the socials in the link below. That's it for this week's market review, and I'll hopefully see you guys next week. Take care. Bye bye.